Hi, Shady. How are you?
Hello, Urmi. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming on my channel. I know we're going to have a very fun and exciting conversation. I recently came across your profile on LinkedIn. I know you have passed the CFA Level 1 successfully, and we're going to focus the conversation just around that. And before we start, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are, and tell us a bit more about what you're doing right now.
Okay, so I'm Shady Elmestekawy. I'm from Egypt originally, but I moved to UK 2 years ago to pursue my master's in finance and economics. And yeah, my studies are coming to an end now. I'm currently working on my dissertation. And before moving to the UK, I have 1 year of experience in banking, but it was like an entry-level job, mostly working with clients to help them with their operation or any financial transaction and trying to be efficient as much as possible. So yeah, and now my studies, as I told you, are coming to an end, and I'm hopefully returning to work like this summer.
So here's what I want to ask about your studies, because I know that you're doing a master program, the MSc, and you're also pursuing the CFA designation. And so my question is, why both, and why those two in specific?
Yeah, great question, actually. I chose both the masters and the CFA because they are, although they are like very complementary, they are very different strengths to the table, like they bring. So the masters is more like theoretical, and it gives an academic depth, like talking about or like covering like areas of like international finance or like data modeling. But the CFA is actually more focused towards investment skills, and I think this gives the CFA an edge if you want to pursue a career in portfolio management or like investment management. So yeah, that's why doing the CFA.
And if you don't mind me asking you, what do you hope to do in the future when you're gonna have both of the certification, or after you complete the master and the certification? Where do you see yourself?
So actually, I really want to work in investment. Although my experience was in corporate banking, but that's why I came here to do my master's and then focus more even on the CFA. I see myself in investment management, hopefully in a corporation that values ESG and impact investment, which I truly admire. And I feel like the world actually need it. And so yeah, hopefully investment and ESG principles, whether it's in the insurance industry or investment and hedge funds. It's still like early on in my career, so not sure which area. But yeah.
Do you feel like also doing the CFA certificate, which is about the ESG? Because there is one just for about ESG. I don't know if you're aware.
Yes, definitely. It's actually on my list. I really want to do it. I just want to clear level 2. I'm actually, after passing level 1, I just thought about it a lot, and I have a few friends that already finished their CFA charter. So I talked with different people, and I thought that level 2, actually starting it after level 1 would give me a better edge. And then after level 2, I'm really want to focus on the ESG investment certificate from the CFA.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. So let's focus a little bit about your preparation of the CFA Level 1. I want to know how many hours you have put into the preparation. I'm assuming you have done it recently, so you basically are part of the new changes of the program, which has the pathways, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to know a little bit how it was for you. Like, how does it work? I did I was part of the older program. I don't know how to call it. We did not have the pathways. And I want to know a little bit how it works with these pathways. Like, do you have to do something extra? Like, how does it work? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so yeah, actually CFA Institute introduced this recently this year. So actually, the exam structure is quite the same. It's 90 questions for the AM session and then 90 questions. But what's different actually for level 1 and 2 is that you have something called PSM or PMS, I think, yeah, which is like a pathway that you do before receiving your exam results. So this you either choose Python or financial modeling. And it's like 20 hours. It's an like online course. You just have to finish it to get your results. It's not part of the exam. It's just like they give you the window until the result come, which is like 5 weeks after the exam. You have to finish this module. So I did mine in Python, and it was actually very insightful because they have as well like pandas, which is like part of like a system that's integrated within Python for financial analysis, which is like it's really booming now. It's like most financial analysts and investment managers need to have this skill.
So basically, you have to do the exam, which is the standard way of doing the exam. But before you get the results, you have to complete one of those pathways that you choose, and which are based on like different topics. Like you talked about Python and so forth. But
Yes, exactly.
the completion of this program, these pathways, is not related to your exams results. So I'm assuming that like it won't have an impact on your results, no matter what.
No, you just need to finish it exactly like you said. You need to just finish it before the exam result, and then for level 3, you choose the pathway. But for level 1 and 2, it has nothing to do with the grading or anything that you get examined in for the exam.
Okay, I got it. Okay, very interesting. So basically, the CFA Institute is trying to teach every candidate more practical skills that they can use when they get into the workforce. Gotcha. And so going back to this whole preparation of the CFA Level 1. So tell me a bit more like how many hours you have put, how you have tackled each of the reading, and also which approved providers you have used.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So actually, because my undergraduate is in political science and economics, so I come from a very different area, from finance. So it took me a lot of hours to prepare. It took me like 8 months, around 400 hours to get myself into finance and go from the basics. I focused to like do it slowly, like consistently, slowly, 2 hours a day, and instead of like cramping everything to like the last 2 or 3 months. So I took it, and I used exclusively Mark Meldrum, which is a provider for the CFA, and I really recommend it. Like he's top notch, and he really simplify everything. He goes from the absolute basics. And that's how I actually shifted, and I got even like a good grade, like not just the passing score. I got everything above 70, which like, and this is because like I think being consistent, and Mark Meldrum, of course, he helped me a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you said Mark Meldrum, you have put 400 hours, you have studied for 8 months to prepare for the exam.
Yes.
Okay.
I started slowly. I'm sorry to interrupt. I started slowly. And then closer to the exam, the momentum helps. Like you just add more hours. But I think my study tips or my advice for anyone attempting CFA Level 1, just start early and build a habit. And I would advise also to focus on ethics and FSA, because a lot of people leave ethics till the very end, and I see that a lot of people recommend this even because it's very theoretical, but I don't feel this way about ethics. I think you just need to start like every week, try to read more about the theories, practice as well, because it's quite ambiguous, and it's a key area to like pass.
Yeah, I agree. Ethics is very, I mean, it's there everywhere, especially when you start working, and it's challenging because it's a gray area. And I always suggest to do ethics like a little bit at the beginning, a little bit at the end, and not to leave it completely at the end, because it could be like when you see that you're not getting the right scores, you feel a bit demotivated. I think it's always a nice, like it's good to do it throughout the whole study session rather than just leaving it at the end. And yeah, so, and I wanted to ask you also if like if you have used any particular mock exam. I don't know if you have done the one from the CFA Institute. I don't know if you have done the one from Mark Meldrum.
Yes, I did the CFA Institute first. They provide 2 exams for everyone that registered for the exam.
Yeah.
And I advise that you like do them and just review it in depth. Like, just don't sit for the exam, and it really helped me. And a lot of questions actually was very similar in my examination session. Okay. So yeah, mock exams are like the best thing to do before the exam. And I did as well the 2 from Mark Meldrum.
Okay, and how did you feel about those ones from Mark Meldrum? Because they must have been really tough.
Yeah, actually, I got really, it really demotivated me at first, but then after like
couple of trials.
Yeah, and knowing that actually it gets better. Like your first attempt in the mock exam, like I scored, I think in my 50s. I don't remember, but 50 something, and I was like really demotivated. I felt like, oh my God, I'll never make it. But actually, yeah, just review and go for the next one. I think 4 is very good.
Gotcha.
To do.
And what did you do the day before, or I would say the week before the exam, like leading up to the exam? Did you do any particular thing? Did you do anything to, de-stress?
I think I had a lot of flashcards, and I think it helped me a lot as well. Just try to have like very short, short like sentences about formulas to review it in the last week. And I actually I live in south of England, near like 1 hour from London, and my exam was in Bristol, so it's like a 3-hour journey. So
oh my gosh, and there's so much traffic in UK. There's so much traffic every time. Where, like, how early did you leave? Did you go there the day before? What was that?
This was something to unwind a bit. I went the day before, and I just enjoyed the city, and I think it helped. Yeah, it helped a bit.
Good. And so, as we're approaching the end of it, I do want to ask if you can give us 3 tips for anyone who is doing the CFA Level 1 exam.
Okay, so my first tip because we're all doing the CFA to have like successful careers and so I think is just not to memorize, because the goal shouldn't be just to pass it, even if someone didn't pass, but understand this will help him a lot in his job. So I think it's not only about memorizing, it's about understanding and always questioning, why is this that way? Try as much as you can. I know that the material is like massive, so of course a lot of things you would memorize, but try to understand more than you memorize. This will help you a lot, especially if you continue to level 2 or 3. Like you will build on your knowledge, so try to understand early on. And my other advices would to actively recall the material. Don't just do one time and go for like questions or practice questions. To recall and space out the repetitions to make sure that thing is like
being absorbed.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And I think and finally just to enjoy it, as hard as it can sound, but like enjoy it.
Yes. I like your tips. I very much I like your tips, because I applied pretty much all of them. being consistent, spacing out your study sessions, and also the first one that you said, it's important to not memorize, to learn, to enjoy the process, because it can get tough. It really can get tough.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So this is the end of the interview, but before I let you go, I do have a rapid fire question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Oh my God. I think coffee. Yeah, coffee.
Coffee? Okay. One country you would love to visit?
A lot. I love traveling, but I don't know why I got Brazil first thing.
Brazil? So okay, that's fair enough. Your go-to song to boost your mood?
Ooh, I love music too. I listen to everything, actually. I play piano, so I listen to everything.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a song that you always like to put on repeat or not?
I've been listening to a lot of Bad Bunny. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. The first question is a book, or if a movie could be a book, a movie that changed your life.
Actually, Power of Now. I don't read a lot of books, to be honest. I'm very bad at this. I'm trying to improve, but one of the very few books I read is Power of Now, and actually,
I know that book.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know that book. And last question is one word that describes you best.
Persistent. I'm very persistent.
Love that. Well, Shady, thank you so much for coming. Before we go, do you want to tell us how people can reach out to you?
On LinkedIn. I'm always happy to connect with finance guys and girls, and just contact me on LinkedIn.
Perfect. I will put the link to your LinkedIn on the description, and I want to thank you once again for coming to my channel. It was such a pleasure having you with me today.
Thank you, Remy. It was my pleasure.